For months, my pen has ached to write, but the ink froze. Not sure if the simile or metaphors will convey aptly how I feel, so today I dropped a poetic metres and I will just tell you what I know. But this is not an activist's poem, just a citizen with a mouth full of questions. I know of a restless mother whose heart aches, reaching to her son somewhere in a government school in Nigeria, hoping he makes it back, praying her eyes warms her heart at his sight again. I know a young wife, pregnant, who yesterday smiled at her soldier of a husband, said, "See you later." He kissed her forehead, but that was the last of it. I know dreams buried. They aren't seeds. They will never grow. I know dead youths whose country has failed them. I know sore cries of desperation and anger caused by power-drunken people that have created the monsters they no longer can control. But this is not an activist's poem, just a citizen asking if I am next. Just like the Tengina kids, just like screams, voices from the train attacked, travelers set on fire, just like a movement hijacked or the homeless ones rendered helpless, will I be next? On an unfortunate day, a number on a bandit's list, will my blood be the next to warm the soil and hold me in its belly? Can I really count on warmth in this feeble blanket of security we are supposedly offered? I know of broken kids whose future will never be the same, victims of the asymmetrical war my country is in. I know old folks with weak bodies left behind, of able-bodied men in tears, watch as their families disperse, torn apart. You will never know anything worse that makes one feel powerless. This is what it means to lose a battle. To sleep with your eyes open, make music out of rumbling intestines, make a home out of anything, most times just the sky, make a cover out of anything, most times just your skin, quench thirst out of anything, most times just your tears. Bless the broken. Someone once said, you either die a hero or watch yourself live long enough to become a villain. Which is it gonna be? But this is not an activist's poem. Just a citizen asking, will I be next? Nigeria, what way? Does it work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. I heard there's another attack.
Yeah, the attack, I don't know, I'm getting emotional. Oh my, so the attack that happened, the train, for me, it was because I was also supposed to go to Kaduna that very day, but I didn't. Even though I wasn't going to follow the last train, but imagine the trauma, that the people went through, and then imagine people who went to Kaduna and are supposed to come back to Abuja. The next day they followed the road, but it was still blocked and they were still attacked. So this sort of separates families and puts, your heart would just bleed. And also having one of my friends on that train who told me stories of pregnant women, just like myself. And one was shot, the other made it to safety, and one is yet to be found. And for me, it's like I was imagining myself 8 months pregnant on that train. You can imagine the trauma. I mean, even without everything that's going on, you just being pregnant, you're already going through so much. And then having that, and then, kids were on board, families have been scattered, youths, the dreams have died, I saw the picture of the doctor who died, and it's just heart-wrenching. And I genuinely feel like the government needs to do more, and people need to put aside their selfish interest and actually just do something about the country. But when you look at it in another way, also we need to start holding ourselves accountable for our responsibilities, for our own sins, and really turn to Allah and ask Him for forgiveness. And another thing also, we need to stop cursing our leaders. Because the more you curse your leaders, they would really become cursed, and then they're the ones leading you, and then you would end up actually seeing it also. So whatever repercussion it is would also affect you. So we need to learn how to sort of put aside that emotion and actually start praying for them to become better, because that is really the only way. And then also holding ourselves accountable, because even us, there are things we do that we think does not affect, people in general. You think it's just affecting you, but when you look at it at a larger scale, it affects, yes, it affects people, it affects everything that goes on, because even Allah says He will not change the situation of a people until they collectively make a change in themselves. So there is need for unity in itself. So I don't know. I don't know.